So sitting with a tall spine and relaxed body, feel the hips grow heavy and draw down towards the earth. Everything from the waist down is connected deeply to that grounding earth energy. And then feel a lift through the crown of your head, the opposite of that, this uplifting, inspiring, elongating sense. And as the base draws down and the crown lifts up, feel more and more space open up in between the vertebrae. Creating a clear channel in the spine. And now with that clear channel in the spine, begin to fill it with breath. So on the inhalation, as the breath comes in through the nostrils, see it meet somewhere in the midbrain. And then let that breath draw all the way down towards the very base of the spine. And then as you exhale from the base of the spine, see and feel the breath move back up that central channel to that point at the midbrain, and then back out through the nostrils. And please repeat. So fresh, pure oxygen and prana comes in through the nostrils, meets in the midbrain, travels all the way down the spine, charging the spine with energy. And then as we exhale, just feel that same energy move up through the spine, once again meeting in that midbrain and out through the nostrils. And start to smooth out the flow and rhythm of this breath. Create pure breathing so that the inhale is flowing right into the exhale, which is flowing right into the inhale. And if you haven't added in Ujjayi sound yet, bring that into your breath, just that gentle ocean wave or whisper type sound, feeling that the inhalation and exhalation are both equal. And let's just take 3 more full rounds of breath here. So that inhale coming in and going down, exhale coming up and going out. And then when you finish your last exhale, just relax all effort. Allow the breath to be effortless. And yet feel the spine continuing to be charged with that prana, that energy. a calm state of mind, but energized spine. We stay embodied and yet able to move freely throughout the world. So as you bring your hands together in front of your heart, let your thumbs touch your sternum and bow your head to your hands. And today's practice, we're just going to really be working on keeping that conduit open, keeping that channel along the spine, which we sometimes refer to as Sushumna Nadi. Keeping the Sushumna Nadi open and able to be filled with prana. And one of Krishnamacharya's definitions of yoga is one whose energy is filled with, one whose spine is filled with energy. And so we're going to continue that throughout our practice today, building more prana as well as maintaining what is there already. So if there's anything you want to add to that, please state that mentally now. And then just place this in your heart and surround it with the energy of a smile. So staying conscious, staying present for the practice, and yet relaxed, at peace. And we'll begin the practice with a chant of Om 3 times. Remember, the A vibrates the lower portion of the spine, O vibrates the middle, and M vibrates the upper. Deep inhale in, all the way down to the base of the spine. Long exhale out. Another deep inhale in. Just lower your chin to your chest and gradually open your eyes and come back into your room, but keep some of your attention in the spine. And we're going to begin sitting with the heels together, tall spine, tailbone absorbs in, lower belly lifts. Inhale, hands come into the sacrum. Exhale, relax the shoulders and allow the neck to lengthen. As you inhale, we're going to reach the right arm up in the air, stand tall on the knees, and then exhale, push the palm away, bring the right cheek into the mat as the hand goes back to the sacrum. Other side, inhale, the left arm's going to lift up, stand on the knees, tall spine, and then exhale, left cheek into the mat, hand to the sacrum. Good, alternating sides. Inhale, right arm up, full breath in. Remember that circular breathing, so inhale flowing into exhale, flowing into inhale. And then left arm comes up as you stand, inhale. And that arm goes back to sacrum. Good, 3 more on the right, 3 more on the left. And as you inhale, see if you can really feel the breath coming all the way in and down to the base of the spine, and then exhale, feel it move up and back out, the same pattern. Navel hugs in as you come down, just to support the spine. Using that Ujjayi breath to hear and feel that the breath is equal. And 1 more on the right, 1 more on the left. Good, and then once you come down to the end, bring the knees a little wider, toes touch behind you, and find a wide child's pose. So hands spread wide, push the weight back into the sit bones and really lengthen the lower back. Drawing the hips towards the heels, let the heart dip towards the floor. walk your hands to the right. Press your left sit bone down, bow the left rib cage, and breathe there into that left side of the body. So relax both shoulders. Feel the rib cage opening up. Weight stays in the hips. And then move over to the left side and do the same thing. So right hip softens down, right rib cage bows. Let the heart relax, tops of the shoulders. Send the breath into any area of sensitivity. And then come back to center, and we'll come up into tabletop position. Bring the knees back in if they were still wide. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tops of the feet pressed down. On your inhale, lift heart, lift sit bones, look up. As you exhale, tuck your toes, find downward facing dog. Just for one breath. We'll take an inhale and an exhale here. And then inhale your knees to the floor. Heart lift, sit bones lift. And exhale, child's pose, navel to spine. Do that again. Inhale, tabletop position, heart lift, sit bones lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, sit bones up and back for downward facing dog. We're going to take 2 breaths here. Just noticing how the body's starting to warm up. Still breathing into the spine. And then bring the knees to the floor. Inhale, heart lift, sit bones lift. And exhale, navel to the spine, round the back, take the sit bones to the heels, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop position again. Heart lift, sit bones lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog for 3 breaths. And now that you're here for 3 breaths, bend one knee and press the other heel down. And bend the other knee and press the other heel down. And just walk the feet out, back and forth. And then bring your knees to the floor. Heart lift, sit bones lift. Inhaling and exhale, navel to spine, round the back. Take the sit bones to the heels, child's pose. One more time. Inhale, heart lift, sit bones lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for 4 breaths and find our alignment principles. So toes turned in slightly, heels out, roll the inner thighs in and back. And allow the sit bones to spread. Really engage the legs. So lift the thighs, squeezing the muscle to the bone, and holding the heavier weight of the body into the legs. In the upper body, roll your shoulder heads away from your ears, squeeze your inner arms toward one another, and press firmly through the web of your index and thumb. Each time you inhale, breath goes all the way in and down. And as you exhale, think of lifting the pelvic floor and navel in and up to help push the breath out. Now, for this last few breaths, plant your left hand into the floor. Take your right hand to your left ankle and just bring in a little bit of a twist here. Slight bend to that right elbow. Navel rotating. And then switch it. Plant the right hand down and take your left hand to your right ankle. And then just hug that navel in. Rotate just a little deeper here. Good. And then come back in a tabletop position. Heart lift, sit bones lift. Exhale, downward facing dog, navel to spine. And now take embryo. So back of the hands toward the heels, just round the upper back. Let everything soften here. And 2 more breaths. And come forward into tabletop position one more time. Heart lift, sit bones lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And then from downward facing dog, we're going to just walk our hands back 6 inches, stop. Take a moment to just feel more weight in the back of the legs. Walk your hands back another 6. Stop, stay, feel. Walk your hands back another 6. And one more 6. We're almost to the feet here. And then as close to the fingertips in alignment with the toes as possible. And now make sure that we don't start sinking back into the heels, but bring the body weight forward just a little bit in the balls of the feet and feel even pressure on the inner foot and outer foot. So you get that inner leg line all the way up through the inner thigh to the root of the big toe. Head and neck is heavy. You can even imagine that you had a weight attached to the crown of your head. And just let gravity do some traction here for the spine. Two more breaths. And on the last breath, sweep your hands behind you for Yoga Mudra. Take the knuckles up and away from you just to stretch out the shoulders. A little bit deeper there. And then press into the feet, and on an inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Keep pulling the knuckles back as you lift the chin, open the heart, and then just let it all go. Inhale, the arms reach up. Heart lifts, sit bones lift. Exhale, forward fold. Turn the toes out, heels in. Come into squat. Take the elbows on the insides. Exhale, forward fold. Toes in. Inhale, the arms out wide as you lift and rise up. And exhale, hands to heart. All right, let's do that again. So we're going to inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, navel to spine. Toes out, heels in. Elbows on the insides of the knees, hands together in front of the heart. Press them wide. Exhale, bring the toes in, forward fold. Inhale, the arms out wide as you lift and rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. So let's do that again. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Toes out, heels in. Inhale to squat, elbows on the insides of the legs, hands to the heart. Exhale, turn the toes in, forward fold. Inhale, the arms out wide as you lift and rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Toes out, heels in. Inhale, squat. And exhale, toes back in, forward fold. Inhale, the arms out wide as you lift and rise. And exhale, hands to heart. So just one more, please. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Toes out, heels in. Inhale, squat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms out wide as you lift and rise. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. And this time we're going to exhale and sink into chair. Inhale here, lift the heart. Exhale, contract the abdomen and forward fold over the bent legs. Now inhale, the arms behind you like wings, palms face up. Exhale as the arms come through, but it's an inhale as you lean back into chair. Repeat that. Exhale, contract your abdomen, fold over the bent knees. Inhale, the arms behind you like wings. Exhale, the arms come through, and it's an inhale as you lean back to chair. So again, nice and slow with that flowing breath. Inhale, leading into exhale, leading into inhale. And just working on this, building the strength of the supporting muscles that help the spine to remain long and open. So we got 3 more here. Each time finding just a little more space in that back bend. And on that third one, you'll slowly press up to standing. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. And just take a moment either with the hands at the heart or arms down by your side to just feel samastiti, letting some of that warmth move through the body, clearing out anything that may have been in the way, causing congestion in the spine. Good, still at the back of your mat. Feet are hip distance or slightly wider. Inhale, the arms reach up. Now this time as you exhale and you sink into chair, see if you can keep going, maybe a little further towards squat, but the knees stay in alignment with the toes. And then inhale, come forward into tabletop position. Spread the collarbones wide. Heart lifts, sit bones lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, find downward facing dog. So this time we're going to step the right foot forward to the fingertips, spin the back foot flat, heel to heel alignment, inhale up for warrior one. Exhale, you're going to straighten the front leg and see if you can imagine keeping the spine long, fingers pulling forward in front of you as you come down for pyramid. Inhale, pivot on the ball of the back foot, come forward into high lunge, but get the heart to open. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale to plank position. Bring your knees to the floor. Squeeze the elbows tight into your side till your belly comes down. Tops of the feet ground. Inhale, elbows and shoulders pull back for cobra. Exhale, navel up and back for downward facing dog. Left leg forward to the fingertips. Spin your back foot flat. Inhale as you come up. Warrior one. Now exhale, straighten the front leg and continue to fold over that leg, lengthening your spine as much as you can as you come down. And then inhale, pivot on the ball of the back foot, heart is forward. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for 3 full breaths. Remembering that circular pattern, inhale leading into exhale, leading into inhale. All along the spine. Last one. Now on your inhale, bring your knees to the floor. Heart lift, sit bones lift, tabletop. Exhale, toes tucked behind you, come into squat, but again, your toes and knees are in alignment. This time, hands at the heart. If the heels come down, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. And then press into the feet. Inhale all the way up. Reach and lengthen the side bodies. And then exhale, forward fold. Feet are parallel, so you're going to hook your index, middle thumb around your big toes. Inhale, pull away. Create as much length and space in the spine as you can, monkey pose. And then exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, relax the head and neck. Inhale, lean back into chair. Stay for your exhale and go just a little deeper into the legs. And then inhale, press into the feet, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, you're either going to sink into chair like we were before, or you're going to go down into squat, but knees and feet are together. Inhale, come forward, heart lift, sit bones lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, warrior one. Inhale as you come up. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, lengthen over that leg, so really extend, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, pivot, high lunge, heart is forward. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank position. Again, if you want to bring knees to the floor, you can. Otherwise, squeeze the elbows tight, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg goes forward. Spin the back foot flat. Inhale up for warrior one. And then exhale, straighten that front leg. Lengthen over the thigh. Inhale, pivot, high lunge. And exhale, downward facing dog. And again, we'll take 3 breaths here today. Smooth breathing. Hold more of the weight of the body back in the legs. Last one. Now knees to floor, heart lift, sit bones lift. And then exhale, walk back to squat. Hands at the heart. Inhale, press all the way up to standing. Elongate the side bodies, open up. Now exhale, forward fold. Hook your index middle thumb around your big toe. Inhale, pull your chest away from your thighs, like monkey pose, extend the spine. And then exhale, navel way in as you forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lean back into chair. And then exhale, see if you can go just a little deeper. Root into the feet. Inhale, lift up, get as long as you can in that spine. And then exhale, hands to heart. Good, one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, chair or squat. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Right leg through. Inhale, warrior one. Hips are squared. Exhale, keep those hips squared as you forward fold. Press the ball of the foot away from the back heel. Inhale, pivot, high lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Your choice for the vinyasa, either knees lowered or lifted for chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog, left leg forward. Warrior one. Inhale up. Exhale, straighten and fold. Navel in. Inhale, pivot, high lunge. And exhale, downward facing dog, 3 full breaths. Notice during these longer holding poses, you have the ability to return to that breath, inhaling through the nostrils to the midbrain, to the base of the spine, and exhaling that in reverse. One more. Inhale, knees to floor. Exhale, walk back to squat. Hands at the heart. Inhale, press into the feet, come up. Elongate, exhale, fold. Hook the index middle thumb around your big toe. Inhale, pull away, straighten arms, straighten spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lean back to chair. Stay for the exhale, go just a little deeper. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. And exhale, hands to heart. And now you can just be here. Feel that rooted grounding through the feet and that upliftment, that expansion through the crown. Maintain your breathing pattern. One more. All right, at the back of your mat, you can either have feet hip distance or big toes touching, space between the heels, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose, hands either on the shins or floor, but flat back. And then exhale, just step forward into downward facing dog. From down dog, bring your feet together, come onto the balls of the feet, reach the right leg up in the air, and exhale the left heel down. Inhale the right leg as high as you can, so really open that up. Stack right hip over left for a moment. If you want to bend the knee and draw the heel to the glute, that's great. And then straighten that leg again, and hug the knee in, squaring the hips. Send that foot forward to the fingertips. Spin the back foot flat. Right heel lines with the arch of the left. Come up through warrior one and open hip and shoulder to the left for warrior two. Move in and out of dynamic side angle. Arms long, inhale here. Exhale, you're gonna reach forward. So lengthen your torso as much as you can before you bring the forearm down and sweep the left arm up and over the head. And then inhale, come back up. Full breath in, arms long. Do it again. Exhale, reach as long as you can. Maybe this time grab for the ankle. Left arm reaches up and over the head. Inhale, come back up. Exhale one more time. Lengthen the torso as much as you can. Maybe hand comes to the floor. Left arm moves up and over the head. And then inhale, come back up. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, lengthen over that front leg. And now torso's long. We've got a long stance for triangle. Micro bend that front knee just to make sure you don't hyperextend. And then hand can come to shin, ankle, foot, floor, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Inhale the top arm over the head. Reach the fingers away from the hip. Turn the pinky finger down towards the floor slightly and draw the head of the shoulder a little deeper into your socket to free up some space in the neck. Breathing here. Stay firm through the feet, reaching into the ball of the front, the outside edge of the back. Two more. Just keep it lengthening that left side. And then inhale the left arm back up in the air. Press into the feet, come all the way up. Bend the front knee, reverse warrior two. And then pinwheel your fingertips to the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Stabilize there. And then once again, bring your feet together. Come onto the balls of the feet. Reach the left leg up in the air. Exhale the right heel down. Inhale the left as high as you can and really open up. So stack that left over the right. If you want to bend the knee and draw the heel to the glute, you can open a little deeper. Tailbone absorbs in, lower belly lifts. Shoulders are stable, hands are stable. Feel your breathing pattern. And then straighten that leg, square the hips, and send that left foot forward to the fingertips. Spin the back foot flat, line the front heel with the arch of the back. Inhale, come through warrior one, open hip and shoulder to the right, warrior two on this side. So we're gonna go into that dynamic side angle. Inhale here. Exhale, think of lengthening the torso first, and then just place the forearm on the floor, on the thigh, right arm up and over the head. Inhale, come back up, arms long. Exhale, lengthen that torso. Maybe reach for the ankle. Right arm up and over the head. Inhale. One more. Exhale, lengthen as far as you can through that torso. Really get long. Maybe the hand comes to the floor. Right arm up and over the head. Inhale, come up. Straighten the front leg. And now lengthen over for pyramid, or triangle, As much space in that torso as you can. Hand comes down wherever it naturally lands. Maybe you can get to the floor since it's a longer stance. But keep a micro bend in that front knee to make sure we don't hyperextend. Inhale the top arm up and all the way over the head. Elongate that side body. Really feel space there. Pinky finger reaches towards the floor. Shoulder head draws into its socket. Keep breathing. Create room for the neck. Navel hugs in and rotates just a little deeper to the right. That firm, stable, grounded foundation of yours will allow the torso to go just a little bit longer. Now, inhale the right arm up in the air. Press into the feet, bend the front knee, back hand to thigh, turn and look at the left palm, reverse warrior two. And now pinwheel your fingertips to the floor, pivot on the ball of your back foot, and step back to downward facing dog. And just stabilize here for a moment. Inhale to plank position. Lower knees if you need to for chaturanga. Squeeze the elbows tight. Inhale, you're either coming into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So stepping your left foot forward to the fingertips, stay in high lunge for just a minute, fingers in a finger stand. You may want to have a block handy nearby. So if you're going to have that block, it's going to go 6 to 10 inches in front of the pinky toe at a slight diagonal out. So coming into half moon 2. Left hand's going to go on the floor or on your block, and you're going to rotate the right hip open as you put the weight into the left leg. Flex the right foot. Hips are going to stack. Right arm reaches up in the air. Breathing here, you're going to anchor and really ground through that supporting leg and use that to create more lightness in the body. Spine is nice and long. Breath is deep. Breathing fully here, that same pattern if you can maintain it. Two more. Keep getting longer through that spine. And now to come out of this, we're going to very gently bend your supporting leg, step the right leg back, and see if you can find Warrior 2. So Warrior 2, arms are long here. Bend into that front knee, get it in alignment with the ankle, not beyond it, but push it towards that pinky toe side of the foot. And think of your spine being as tall as possible. So tailbone's lengthening towards the floor. Crown is lifting up. And again, you're becoming that perfect, beautiful conduit. Prana's flowing. Breath is deep. One more here. Now straighten the front leg, turn the toes in, hands to hips. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, forward fold through the legs. Hands are just going to slide down the outside edges and hold onto the outer ankles. Crown reaches towards the floor. Use the warmth to soften. At the same time, anchor firmly to the outside edges of the feet to create stability. Now inhale, walk your hands underneath your shoulders and lengthen your heart forward. As you maintain this tall, long spine, plant the left hand under your face and take the right arm up in the air. So you can feel all that extension in the vertebrae, and now we're just going to have this beautiful and open twist. Nice rotation there for the spine. Each inhale, just get a little taller, a little longer. Each exhale, maybe squeeze and rotate just a little deeper. You don't even have to see that on the outside. You can just feel it. One more here. And then exhale and slowly come down. And we'll switch the hands out. So now right hand down into the floor. Inhale the left arm long. Breathing here. Create as much space in your spine as you can. Navel's rotating to the left. Stay firm in the feet. And then slowly soften back down. Go back into the forward fold. So just move through the legs again. If you'd like, you can take your hands to your glutes, slide down, and just hold the backs of the legs. And then just come halfway up. And if you need to, pivot in any way to get your block to the other side of your mat. And now we're going to turn the right toes out. Pivot on the ball of the back foot and come into high lunge on this side. So it should be on the right side, right leg forward. Blocks, again, going to go 6 to 10 inches in front of that pinky toe at a slight diagonal out. Of course, any edge of your block is fine. And weight goes forward into that right leg. Right hand on the floor. Slowly begin to open up and stack the hips. So left hip stacking over right. Breathing deeply here. Flex the back foot. And when you're comfortable, take the arm up in the air. Now your key here is to stay really rooted and grounded through that supporting leg. So feel it anchoring into the earth. Crown reaching away from the heel. Breath is deep. Navel keeps rotating slightly to the left. One more here. Now you're going to bend in that front knee. Take the left leg back. Widen the stance. Get right into Warrior Two. And extend those arms nice and long. And really work on lengthening the spine. So tailbone, imagine that it's reaching into the earth. Crown is lifting up and away. All that space in the vertebrae. Two more breaths. Keep lengthening, finding that breathing pattern. And then again, we're going to straighten that front leg, turn the toes in, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, extend the heart, and exhale, fold through the legs. Hands on the glutes, slide down, and just hold on to the ankles. Imagining that the weight of the crown is creating even more traction for the spine, so you can visualize a weight attached to it. And then fingers come underneath the shoulders again. Heel toe your feet in if you feel like your stance is a little wide. And we're going to move in and out dynamically here. So inhale, what feels like monkey pose. Exhale, walk the hands back through the legs and repeat that again. Inhale, you're coming forward into what feels like monkey pose. Heart is forward, tailbone is lifted slightly. Exhale, walk your hands back through your legs, forward fold. Good. Now if you want to challenge that, inhale, come forward. Exhale, all the breath leaves the body as you forward fold. Holding the breath out, don't breathe in, slowly pull away again. Use that suction to draw the navel deeply in and up under the rib cage. Breathe when you need to, right into the back body, filling that back body with space. And then exhale and walk through again, emptying all the breath out of the body. Hold the breath out, don't breathe in, and slowly pull away. Feel that suction, draw the navel deeply in and up under the rib cage. Get even longer through the spine. Keep going, 3 more on your own. And when you finish, walk back through the legs, soften for just a moment, let that traction come in again. And then we'll bring hands to hips, scoop the heart, and slowly come back up into standing. Heel toe your feet in, and take a moment to just rest. So standing in mountain pose, arms by your side. If you'd like, close your eyes. And just feel. Slow, deep breaths, same pattern, filling the spine. So there's a lot of energy around the body. See if you can also mentally direct that into the spine, charging the spine even more. Last breath. All right, come back to the front of your mat. Hands to the heart. Inhale the arms, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins, halfway to monkey. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, heart. 2 more like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Lengthen the spine. Inhale to monkey. Hands or shins or floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Good. Widen the stance, turn the toes out, heels in. Inhale, the arms reach up. And then follow the hands down the center line, just imagining that spine as you slowly bend the knees and come into squat. Elbows on the insides of the knees, hands in prayer at the heart. Tailbone is long, close the eyes. Feel that release through the lower back, heaviness in the hips. And then bring your hips down to the floor. Keep your feet flat and your knees bent, and just wrap your arms around your legs and forehead to the knees. Relax here. And then we're going to do some rocking on the spine. So it's important that you keep the spine curled so there's no slamming of the body onto the back. So just wrap your hands around your shins, and then you're just going to keep the chin in and just do some curling. Feel the spine getting that nice massage into the earth. Couple more. And then slowly come up. Feet are flat, knees are bent, arms are long. And then one vertebra at a time, just kind of melt down into the earth. Arms reach overhead. Feet are long. Reach out through the balls of the feet, spread the toes, and extend the arms long like you're just waking up in the morning. Feel the spine fully supported by the earth. Good. And bring the arms down by your side. And you're going to take your thumbs right underneath your hips. So if you have longer arms, they'll be a little closer down towards the thighs. Palms are flat. You're still reaching out through the legs, reaching out through the balls of the feet and spreading the toes. Coming into fish. So press to the forearms, puff up the heart, and now let the crown of the head just rest on the earth. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths. So keep pressing into the forearms. Breathe deeply here. Legs are firm. Reach out through those toes. Use the heat from the practice to really deepen that flexibility in the front body. All that space. And now lift the head and then slowly lower it back onto the floor and just rest for a moment so everything relaxes. And then we're going to bring the knees into the chest again. And then hold the shin bones and roll yourself all the way up into a seated position. Good. So soles of the feet are going to come together for Baddha Konasana. If you need to prop your sit bones up on a blanket, please do so. Hands by the hips. You can kind of scoot the hips forward to get as deep into that posture as possible. And then if you want, you can hook the index middle thumb around the big toe or wrap the hands around the feet. I'm going to pull that heart forward through the shoulders, crown of the head reaching towards the heavens. So once again, that anchored grounding and that lift, the elongation of the spine, creating space in the vertebrae. So with that tall spine, just begin to very slowly rock just a little bit from side to side. And use that to gain a better perspective of where the central line is. Where is that central channel? And then once you have it, just hold it in the mind's eye. See and feel the spine illuminated. That beautiful conduit for divine inspiration to come down, to mingle with the earth. And not just the spine being filled with light, but the whole body, completely radiant. And then when you're ready, we're going to start to forward fold. So just bring that heart forward. Let the elbows press into the knees. Heart comes forward, but try to avoid collapsing that upper back. Keep the chest open. Keep the spine flat. Chin in, back of that neck is long. Breathing into the spine, that same pattern that we started at the beginning of the practice. To the midbrain, all the way down to the base, and then up and out. Same way. One more here. And then slowly start to lift the heart, come back up into that tall spine, relaxed body. Eyes can remain closed. And then just gently come back, opening the eyes. We're going to extend the legs long. Flex the feet for Dandasana staff. So again, you can move the flesh if you need to. Hands beside the hips, sit as tall as you can. Press down through the backs of the palms. So really anchor the roots of the hand into the earth. Imagine the sit bones both anchored and then the crown lifting. Legs are firm. Really the muscles squeeze to the bone. Last breath here. And then we're going to slowly come back down onto our back. And if you have a block handy nearby, encourage you have it with you. We're going to come into bridge pose, so feet flat, knees bent, press down into the feet. And then if you can, come up as high as you can on the balls of the feet and slide the block underneath. And then take the legs straight up in the air. So any edge of the block is perfectly fine. You just want to feel that it supports the hips, so there's no effort to hold up the legs. Now as you breathe here, just completely relaxing, allowing the block to do the work. Eyes can close and you can feel that elongation of the spine that you've created throughout the practice. Notice that when the mind is relaxed and the spine is filled with energy, that there's that quality of contentment and peace. Just a few more breaths here in this modified Viparita Karani Mudra. And then very slowly bring one leg down and then the other. Come on to the balls of the feet and just lift a little higher so you can slide that block out. And then one vertebrae at a time, just slowly lengthen each bone into the earth. Feet a little wider than hip distance. Knees falling in. And just rest. Very nice. So one more twist before we completely rest in Shavasana. Knees into chest. Take the knees to the left as you look to your right. Try to stack the knees as best as possible. Relax the navel to the right and shoulder down into the earth. And if it's comfortable, gaze over the right hand. And you can turn your gaze in that direction and even close your eyes. Just let go, let the floor support you. And then slowly come back up. Take the knees over to the right as you look to your left. Left arm opens up. Again, relax navel, relax shoulder. Completely surrender. And then gently bring the knees back to center and just prepare for Shavasana. So final relaxation, legs long to the floor, feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Arms down by your side, palms face up. If you have an eye pillow, place it over the eyes to block out the light. And then just allow the body to fully settle into the earth. And now once again, see and feel the spine. So from the root all the way up to the midbrain, the medulla oblongata. That whole centers filled with light, radiance, prana, health, and rejuvenation. And then notice how, when that is healthy and fulfilled, all the cells resonate with that energy. And everything begins to vibrate in harmony. Very slowly begin to deepen your breath. And just run your thumb across your fingertips. And roll your wrists and your ankles, wiggling your toes. And then inhale the arms over the head and stretch again like you're just waking up. And bringing your knees into your chest, we're going to curl to the right side into fetal position. Arm under the head as a pillow. And placing your left hand into the earth, slowly come back up into seated. Head and neck, heavy eyes closed as you come up. If you want to prop your sit bones up for a few moments here of meditation, you can do that. And with the spine tall, relaxed body, return back to the breathing pattern we started the practice with, inhaling in through the nostrils to the midbrain, down to the base of the spine, and then from the base of the spine back up to the midbrain and out the nostrils, and just reestablish that pattern. Noticing now, with a quieter mind, less breath is needed in order to feel that movement of energy. It's almost as if the pathway has been cleared. One more here. And then once again, relax all effort and just be in the residual prana, perhaps experiencing it as light or peace. And you can feel that harmony we spoke of at the end of the practice here within not just the spine, but every single cell of the body, so that the whole organism feels interconnected. But if you feel like there's any static left, any static still in the mind or the body, we're going to do this little technique. So cup your hands, so fingers are together, almost like your hand's an ice cream scooper, and then bring them towards the back of the skull, but we're not going to touch the head, so maybe a few inches away from the head. And then what you're going to do is you're going to scoop very slowly along the horizontal plane of the head. So passing the temples, the forehead, scoop any static that you feel, maybe excessive mentality, into the palms. And when the palms finally come together, you're going to bring that down towards the heart. And then you're going to press that into the heart and transmute whatever it is into light. Just gets subsumed in the heart as light. Okay, so let's do that again. Hands on the back of the skull. And again, this is a feeling thing, so you're going to go real slow, just kind of scooping, gathering any excessive thoughts, any stress, worry, anxiety. Let's gather it into your palms. And now slowly inhale it into the heart. And then place the palms in there and press it in. Exhaling and just transform it into light. Really feel it subsumed in the heart light, the radiance there. Let's do it again. Hands at the back of the skull, just slowly start to scoop. And then inhale it down to the heart. And exhale, just press it in. Inhale, transforming it into light. Again, hands just scoop as you exhale, just kind of purging Any static. Gather it in the palms, inhale it down to the heart. Exhale, press it into the heart, transform it into light. Let's just do one more. Exhale it, just scooping anything that might be left. Every last little bit. Gathering it there in the palms, taking it down to the heart. Exhale, press it in. Inhale, transform it. This light subsumes it. And we can do the same thing here for some of the emotionality by the hips. So you scoop around the horizontal plane of the hips, starting at the sacrum. Come around towards the front, try not to touch the skin. And then when you gather it there, right at the front, near the lower belly, you're going to now turn the palms up. Bring it up that central channel. And then once again, press it into the heart. And transform it into light. Do that again. So by the sacrum, hands like scoops, you're going to scoop any excessive emotionality away from the hips. And the palms come together. Then you got to turn them up as you inhale it to the heart. And then exhale, press it in. Inhale, fill it with light. Transform it. And keep going on your own. Exhale as you scoop. Letting go. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale it in. Inhale, surround it with light. Two more. And when you finish filling everything with light, you can just relax your hands back down to your knees. And just feel once again that total and complete harmony. Integration. And please return your hands back to your heart. Deepen your breath and bow your head to your hands. And just go back to the intention we set, this working with this central channel, a place where we receive our divine inspiration and bring it down into the earth, make it manifest. And just remember that if any static comes in, you can always use this technique to help clear, so that once again you're that pure, untainted conduit. Let's finish with the chant of Om, followed by Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Deep inhale. Long exhale out. One more deep inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for practice. Please like the video and subscribe to this channel and share it with any family and friends or people that you know that could benefit from yoga. In the description is a link to my Patreon account if you'd like to donate. We'd appreciate your support to keep these videos coming. Thank you. Namaste.